hasn't been much change in the situation between yesterday and today. There is still the potential of seeing some fairly significant changes in the outlook for this weather system over the next couple of days. But this nor'easter, well, it is going to develop. It is going to start as a low pressure system out of the Gulf of Mexico. That'll happen Friday afternoon. It will strengthen into a storm system off the coastline of the Carolinas Saturday afternoon. It does have the potential to bring some heavy snowfall into parts of the southeastern U.S. It will then move northward as we make our way towards the end of the weekend. All that is going to happen. It's just now, when it makes that northward movement, how close it gets to the Maritimes, because that will determine the impacts it has on us. Now, for now, it does look like it'll be heading up towards a position, taking it out around Sable Island. That brings the greatest risk of sort of storm level impacts when it comes to snow and wind to the province of Nova Scotia, and then to Prince Edward Island, and then a slightly lower risk towards southern and southeastern areas of New Brunswick. Now, as I mentioned, there's still time to see change with this weather system because it really doesn't have its legs underneath it yet. Remember, it doesn't even start in its first sort of form as that low pressure system over the Gulf of Mexico until the end of this week. So it is best to be prepared, though. You want to be thinking about any preparations you may need to make, especially in the province of Nova Scotia, ahead of possible another heavy snowfall towards the end of the weekend and the start of next week. The timing is sort of starting to lean towards sort of Sunday evening, Sunday night, when things really could get worse when it comes to weather conditions, and then carrying on into the early morning hours of Monday. It wouldn't be uncommon for a weather system like this, for those areas that catch the heaviest of the snow with it, if we catch the heaviest of the snow, to see some amounts in the range of around 15 to 40 centimeters. And this is a stronger weather system, so winds would likely be a bigger issue with it than the one we had to deal with at the start of this week. Taking a look at conditions for tonight into tomorrow, overall the weather's pretty quiet. It's on the colder side, but it is quieter. There will still be some flurries in the southwest of Nova Scotia tonight, and a chance of flurries in Cape Breton. And then for tomorrow, increasing cloudiness in the north of New Brunswick, and likely some flurries developing there throughout the day that in some cases could add up to around a couple of centimeters as you head into Thursday evening and Thursday night. Winds remain out of the northwest for both tonight and for tomorrow. Gusts for tomorrow will be in the range of 20 to 40 kilometers per hour. It's a cold night for the Maritimes. Most of the low temperatures down into the minus teens, well down to the minus teens for much of New Brunswick, and even minus 20s for parts of the north and west of that province. High temperatures in the forecast for tomorrow in northern areas of New Brunswick, mostly in the range of around minus 9 to minus 12, though minus 13 at Edmundston. And again, those flurries developing through the day. Down through central and southern areas of New Brunswick, a mix of sun and cloud, and very cold with high temperatures between minus 7 and minus 10. Prince Edward Island for tomorrow, mix of sun and cloud, cold in that breezy northwest wind with highs between minus 10 and minus 12. In Cape Breton tomorrow, we have highs around minus 8 for Sydney, near minus 10 at Badek, and minus 10 for Inverness. And then into the north shore and eastern shore of Nova Scotia, the high temperatures mostly in the range of minus 6 to minus 9. Amherst for tomorrow with a high near minus 10, minus 9 at Truro. The city centers, Halifax and Dartmouth with highs around minus 6. Same thing goes for Lunenburg. Bridgewater tomorrow with a high of around minus 7. Yarmouth and Shelburne with highs around minus 6. And Indianapolis Valley, the high temperatures between minus 7 and minus 9. Taking a look at the extended forecast, beginning first for New Brunswick, some further flurries expected for parts of the province on Friday. A mix of sun and cloud on Saturday. Snow possible because of that coastal storm Sunday into Monday, but mostly for southern and eastern parts of the province. And then a mix of sun and cloud follows for Tuesday and Wednesday. And the risk that New Brunswick is going to be impacted by that storm system is lower than that, say, of certainly Nova Scotia and possibly even Prince Edward Island. For Nova Scotia in the forecast, it is flurries for Friday. There's a chance of flurries at the start of the weekend. And then watching for that late Sunday snow and wind that could carry on into at least Monday morning. Chance of flurries after that on Tuesday, Wednesday, mix of sun and cloud. And finally for Prince Edward Island, colder temperatures through the end of this week and into the upcoming weekend. The potential for some impacts from snow and wind Sunday night into Monday, followed by a chance of flurries on Tuesday.